This conversation can take place anywhere. It could take place walking around the lot, could take place on walking around a car, could take place at your desk. It has to take place well before you present the numbers. Okay, if it doesn't take place early, it's seen as nothing other than a negotiating ploy. What I'm going to say here is 100% the truth. Remember, the customer doesn't know that our pricing model has changed. The customer doesn't know that we are now discounting the ever-living devil out of these vehicles just to get them here. All they know is the last time that they bought a car, they had to negotiate to get the best deal, and that's the way they've always done it. That's what's taught in 3rd grade, reinforced in 10th grade, and taught us a freshman year in college at the University of Tennessee. Okay? So they know what to do. So Ryan's here. I'm going to have a quick conversation. This isn't designed to be a long, drawn-out thing. It's just to give him perspective. Okay? I always start out by asking when they bought their last car, and then getting a little bit of information about that experience so they've got some context. So Ryan, answer these questions like you were a customer, not a car salesman, okay? Ryan, when's the last time you bought a car?
It was about 3.5 years ago, Steve.
Okay, Ryan, when you bought that car, did you have to negotiate with the car salesman to get yourself a discount?
Yes, sir, I sure did.
How much fun was that, Ryan?
It was no fun at all, Steve.
Ryan, we've been able to piss off 300 million Americans by doing business the way we've always done it.
Yes, sir.
Okay? It was sort of a waste of time, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't it have been easier to get the price that you could buy the car for right off the bat?
Yes, sir.
Well, Ryan, lots of things have changed since the last time you bought a car, and all the changes are in your favor. You meaning the consumer. And by the way, Ryan, these changes have taken place not because we have become benevolent or charitable. The changes have taken place because the market, the competitive nature of the market, and the internet have forced these changes. And they forced these changes on literally every car dealership that's selling any number of cars in the entire country. Brian, in order to get you here, well, we weren't the only dealership you shopped, right?
No, sir.
The cars that you're looking for, you looked at probably the same car at a number of different places.
I looked at it 12 different places.
Okay, and I'm going to guess we weren't the highest priced, were we?
No, sir.
Because if we were the highest priced, we wouldn't know each other, would we?
I wouldn't have came here.
No. That's the name of the game these days, okay? When we put a price out there, by the way, we don't even price our own cars anymore, Ryan. You know who prices our cars for us?
No, sir. Who does?
A software package. We use a software package that literally canvasses a 300 to 500 mile radius every minute of every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. While we're sitting here, that software is looking for like vehicles, how they're priced. They could be on Craigslist, they could be on the internet site of a newspaper, they could be on cars.com, Cars Guru, they could be at a new car franchise, they could be at an independent used car store. They are comparing the prices, and the way we've got the parameters set up, we are always going to be at or below market. So we are always going to be, when you click that little drop down that said price these cars lowest to highest,
Yes, sir.
if we hadn't been right up there at the top, we wouldn't be having this conversation, would we?
No, sir.
So here's what we have to do. We have to pre-discount these vehicles in order to get our phones to ring. We have to pre-discount them in order to get the email inboxes to fill up. We have to pre-discount them in order to get you here. So what you had to fight for the last time you bought a car, you don't have to fight for anymore, Ryan. You got it before you ever stepped foot on this lot.
That's refreshing.
Good, because here's what's in it for you. This purchase experience is going to be the easiest, the most pleasant, and far and away the fastest. Because there's going to be no wasted time at the end going back and forth where you see my butt heading towards the Wizard of Oz. And quite frankly, it gives you a chance to do what everybody should do, and that's focus on the vehicle itself to make sure it's the right vehicle. So why don't we go out and check it out right now? Okay? Now, what have you done there?
Overcame the objection of price.
Well, you proacted to it. It wasn't, and it hasn't been an objection yet, okay? Chances are, I mean, I'm pretty good at this, but when I do this with real customers, I still get people who, when I lay the sheet of paper down in front of them, go, "You're gonna have to do better than that, I'm gonna need a better price than that. That trade's a little bit high, them payments are crazy." But it gives me the opportunity at that point to look at them and say, "Hey, Ryan, I understand what you're doing. You're doing just what you've always done, and you're doing just what you're supposed to do, or what you're used to, what you're supposed to do in the past." Remember the talk we had about the price?
Yes, sir.
Remember I told you that you didn't have to fight for your discount anymore?
Yes, sir.
Remember I told you you weren't going to have to spend a lot of time here negotiating?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want to hang around here and just chit-chat with me, I'm more than happy to hang around with you, because you seem to be a fine fella. But there's nowhere I can go in order to get you a better price, because we had to give you that price in order to get you here. So I need your okay right here so we can get the vehicle cleaned up and ready to rock for you.
Okay, Steve. I like you, but I like to watch football too, so I like this quick time frame.
Okay.
Work out for me.
And Ryan, I wish every customer was just like you. Make no mistake. But you see where you have the opportunity to quickly reclose by just recall. And I'm going to tell you, in real life, you will get a percentage of the people that won't negotiate. You'll get a percentage of the people that you can quickly reclose, and you're going to get others where you're going to have to go into deeper justifications. All right? You can't stop everybody. I don't care how good you get. So you have to be prepared, not just to be able to do a transparency talk or a dealership change and pricing model talk. You also have to understand how to justify the price. Okay, but this is step one. This works for new cars. This works for used cars. And if you're on a Motor Trend vehicle, you can add this to it. And Ryan, by the way, every other dealer in this city, in western Tennessee, they're living by the same rules we're living by, but we've taken it one step further. We guarantee you that you cannot pay too much for the vehicle that you're going to look at. Okay?
Yes, sir.
We guarantee it. And here's what I mean. Should you find the same vehicle anywhere else on the planet, advertised on a website, just like ours, if it's a used vehicle, so it just has to be similar. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. But if it's similar and it comes with the same benefits that we offer with our Motor Trend certified vehicles,
Yes, sir.
you just come back here, show us the ad, and we'll cut you a check back for 100% of the difference.
Wow.
Any dealer ever told you that before, Ryan?
Yes, sir. Not at all.
See, you can say that with the Motor Trend certified vehicles. You can't say that with any of your other vehicles at this point. All right? Does doing this make sense?
Yes.
I'm telling you that a store that, I didn't make this up. I picked it up from a store I work with. They sold 841 used cars
Well,
in June.
I think the best time to do this is like maybe on a demo ride.
It's going to depend on you and your customer. I can't tell you the best places to do it. It could work very well on a demonstration ride. You know, I don't take many people on demonstration rides. When I'm training somebody in dealership, normally I'm going to be, helping them meet and greet and helping them, do a needs assessment. So I've gotten in the habit of doing it, between those two or at needs assessment. So for me, I do it earlier, but it could work very well on a demonstration ride. You just want to make sure you do it before you lay the numbers down in front of the customer. Okay? Is that still running?
Yes, sir.